Hey guys, welcome along to a new video, and this one I'm going to lay out a plan. I've got 5 months thereabouts, just over 5 months I think at this point. I checked the dates last night. I think the year challenge for getting myself back in shape was the 27th, and we're halfway over the halfway point. So the 27th of January is going to be the final day of it. So about 5 months at this point. And I have decided this may be impossible, but I have decided that I'm going to make an attempt at the full body transformation. When I say full body transformation, I want to get myself toned up, get myself down to a certain weight, get about a stone and a half weight off, and then start to focus fully on maintaining that weight and working on, bulking up and just getting the muscles back in order. I'm kind of getting there as far as uh, the the muscle side of things. Like I'm really starting to get that kind of shape back in the shoulders. I'm past the melted my ice cream part at this stage, but I will get into it in more detail as we move forward. There have a few changes to the channel. I'm going to fully commit to this over the next 5 months, so the tips style videos may dry up for a little bit, and it'll be more vlog style content. If you can see in the background here, if you've been checking out this channel for any length of time, I had this section of the room set up with a backdrop for the videos, like the backdrop of the brick wall sort of thing. So it's gone now, everything's switched about. I've got the review set up kind of over here now. I've invested a little bit more money into these resistance straps. So these new ones that I got here, I wanted to get something that I could focus more on the upper body and arms and shoulders, chest work and whatnot. And this thing here that I have does a lot of that, but there's a few of the exercises that this setup didn't fully cover. So I'll get into these in more detail on different days as we're moving forward right here. One of the things that I did get along with this new setup is I've got an exercise guide here of the different things that you can do with this here. So one of the things that I was really looking forward to using this for was actually the front and side raise. This first one here gives you the full way of actually doing it, the different stages of it. A lot of good stuff there. Yeah, so I've been told countless times over the years, I'm naturally a big guy, like, fat kid, grew up always chunky, always chubby and whatnot, but I've always been told over the years that the raw material is actually there to do something like this. Something that if I put my mind to it, I could actually transform myself into whatever I want as far as like a physical strong person could be. But again, I'm working with a back injury here, so I need to maintain the weight loss at this point. I am starting to get that natural urge now to actually keep exercising. It's not something that I thought I would ever get, because I'm not only a naturally big guy, I'm a naturally lazy heap that just loves to sit down, watch a movie and eat junk food, the whole 9 yards. But this back injury in the long run is now starting to feel like a bit of a blessing in disguise, because I don't want to be the person that's needing to constantly have pain medication just to get through his day. I've been there, I've done that, fell down that rabbit hole before, got caught up in that in a major way. There is a 15-year period of my life when I was on painkillers. Now, I was never one of these people that would be running trying to buy stuff outside of the prescriptions and whatnot, but there was a high dependency right there, and there was a 15-year stretch where I can't clearly recall actually living that 15-year stretch. You're just getting up in the morning, you're popping on a few painkillers, off you would go, start your day's work, go through it, go on to, depend on your job and the job that I have is one of these jobs where you can slip into autopilot very easily and keep going at it. So it was just one day bled into the other, it just became a bit of a blur and whatnot. So I don't want to be that person ever again moving forward. The big thing I'm starting to realise, and I've always known it, but now it's really starting to set on in a big way, that the lighter and stronger that I get, the less pain I'm actually in. Now, chances of me ever getting a fully pain-free day again are very, very slim. This back injury is something that's going to always be here. And if not controlled properly, it's going to be something that gets a heck of a lot worse moving forward. But the fact now that I'm starting to actually feel that I'm not in as much pain on a daily basis as I was a month ago, it's just giving you that natural urge to actually get up in the morning, drop down, do a few press-ups, try and squeeze a few sit-ups out of you, and yeah, it's just getting that happy medium right now, because I don't want to risk that back injury again. That last one was nasty, wasn't the nastiest one I've ever had, but one simple, stupid, bad turn took me off my feet, really off my feet, for 3 months. So I'm gonna really work on just doing this properly this time, and I'm going to try and document it as best I can on the channel here as we're moving forward from it. This whole change and setup here in the studio area, because it's another thing I want to push in this journey here, is it's a tough time these days to make ends meet for a lot of people, and a lot of us can't afford to go to, there's no shame in it. There's no shame in saying these days that you can't really afford to do something. It is what it is. That's where we're at these days. Unless you're set up in a big, big way financially, it's going to be difficult for you. A lot of us are living payslip to payslip, and to be able to do something like this without having to depend on a gym or a personal trainer, and I don't intend to ever go back to a personal trainer again. I was with one for a long time. I'm actually wearing his t-shirt now. Unfortunately, he's no longer running this gym. He's doing something entirely different right now, but he taught me the basics to do it, safely. The last injury was my own fault altogether. So I would recommend personal trainers, if you're new to this sort of thing, definitely go, even if it's only for a few months, to work out how to do exercises and do them safely and whatnot. Once you get the basics down, move on to something like this, what I'm going to be doing from here on in. So the big thing I want to show in this full body transformation over the next, I believe at this point, I'm not even sure what date it is right now, pretty much 5 months. Anyway, 5 months and a couple of days, really, at this point. It is the 18th right now, so yeah, about 5 months and a week, thereabout. Yeah, so I want to see if I can do this full body transformation on my own, just here in this studio area where I'm normally recording YouTube videos, and usually where I'm sitting on my fat backside right here watching movies. My own little space in this little room cannot do the majority of a full body transformation in here and bring you guys along on the journey to see how well I can do it. Having said that, not everything's going to be in here. We're going to get out, do some walks and whatnot. May try to do a few jogs here and there. It's going to be an interesting journey because I am badly out of shape right now, so it's going to be a very, very difficult one, and especially to do it in a 5-month stretch. But I'm hoping to get enough weight off and start building the muscle, and yeah, try and make as big a change as we can. You already seen in the last couple of videos the disaster that the first half of this journey has been. But yeah, that just before I go, the waist trainer thing that I did show you, I showed you that when I was wearing it for about 3 or 4 days. At this point, it has been about 2 weeks. That is a great investment. Look it up on Amazon. It's only like £20. I think £20 might even be cheaper than that. Very cheap, very good investment. It's essentially just a vest. You suck your gut on. It helps you train your muscles in the midsection to hold your core muscles a lot better. That is probably one of the best investments I've made up to this point whenever I'm trying to do this sort of thing. That's really, after a 2-week stretch, I'm starting to notice the weight changing myself right now. I haven't weighed myself at the moment because I have broken my scale. That's another story for another time. But just what I'm seeing in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, roll out of bed, there's a dresser just across from my bed in the bedroom, and it has a mirror on it. So I roll out of bed, first thing I see is the condition that I'm in. I've noticed a big change in the midsection already within 2 weeks. So a waist trainer is a fantastic investment. So definitely, if you're thinking about doing this, you're a huge guy, the core is always the last to go whenever you're getting back in shape. The stomach is going to hang about to the very end. It is going to be a pain in the backside to move. And you know, within 2 weeks of just going to work wearing the waist trainer, the difference just visually at this point has really kind of shocked me. And I am naturally, I'm not wearing the waist trainer right now, but I do feel myself even now naturally after 2 weeks constantly holding the core muscles in the way that the waist trainer would force you to do it. So it's a very good investment. Right, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to jump off now because this is the last weekend before we hit this hard. Tomorrow is Monday. We're getting into it in a big bad way. So tonight I'm having my last cheat meal, and when I say cheat meal and the last cheat meal, that's a downright lie. This is going to happen every week. On a Sunday, I'm going to enjoy a nice big Chinese of chicken curry and fried rice, and it's going to be tasty. Right, that's going to do it. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video, and hopefully this is going to be a success moving forward. Stick with me, guys. Right, stay safe, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.